There's 3 things that you can do to make your landscaping business a highly profitable, lean and mean money-making machine. And I'm going to make this real quick. Number 1, increase the average ticket per customer. It really means just raise prices, and hang with me here. Number 2 is you can offer bundled packages and bundled services, which means sell more stuff to the same customers who already know you, like you, and trust you. I won't get too deep into this, but there's something called CAC, which is a customer acquisition cost. There is an actual hard cost that comes with acquiring a customer and turning them into a client that they only want you to do the work for them because they know you, like you, and trust you. That cost comes in different forms. Marketing and Sorry, I got these Invisalign in. Marketing and advertising costs. Sometimes there's low cost, no cost ways you can market your business. Learn about this in Guerrilla Marketing Tactics by J. Conrad Levinson. They might have it on Audiobook. I'll put a link below to the Audible. But so even if it's free, your marketing tactics that you're using, like posting on social media and referrals, you still have to talk to the customer on the phone, meet with them, build a relationship with them. There's a hard cost. Versus a customer that you've already been doing business with for a while, you don't even have to talk to them. They trust you. You show up. Sometimes they don't even want to talk to you. You just send them a bill and they pay online. Done, right? It streamlines the process. So when you sell more stuff to your existing customers, right? This is how you get to the top of the pyramid faster and make your business lean and mean, as you flip it upside down and say, where's all the low-hanging fruit? The low-hanging fruit. Now, some of the most successful, before I go to number 3, I want to say some of the most successful businesses only do 1 or 2 things incredibly well. My friend was throwing a mastermind business event, and there was a bunch of entrepreneurs in the room, and they said, everybody stand up. Sit down if you do over $100,000 a year. A few people sit down. Then it was like stay standing if you do over $1 million a year. A bunch of people sit down. Stay standing, and everybody else sit down if you do over $5 million a year. More people sit down. Now there's only a few people left standing. And then, 1 second, my guy's walking up.
Hey, I gotta run and use the bathroom, man. It's running through me.
Have fun. Then stay standing, and everybody else sit down if you make over, $10 million a year. Now there's only a few people left standing, like 2 or 3 guys. And then it's like 15 million. There's only 1 guy left standing. 20 million, the guy's still standing. 25 million. They're like, what do you do? So in this room of like maybe 40 people, there's 1 guy left standing, and I guess he was like kind of like he didn't look like the type of guy that would make 20 million a year. He just seemed like your really average type of dude and had glasses on. Nothing wrong with that. And they're like, what do you do? He says, gutter cleaning. Everybody looks around. He's like, okay, gutter cleaning, and what else? That's all, just gutter cleaning. You're doing over 20 million a year just doing gutter cleaning? He's like, yeah, we're like the #1 gutter cleaning company in New Jersey or something. So they've specialized in one service, and they're the best in the world at it, or the best in at least the city or the state. It's probably a statewide business, I bet. And they dominate that. And now when you have a process that you can dominate that same thing over and over and over and over, now it's easier to teach employees. You can systematize it, you can scale it. There's all different types of things you do, but it's very hard. So if you flip that upside down, the reciprocal of that is offering too many services, which is, highly confusing if you're trying to train employees. I remember when I started my landscape business, because I'm talking about number 2 is bundling and selling more things to the same customer. You got to be more careful about what we're talking about here. You want it to be on the same line of services. Because in the beginning, I would paint your house, I would paint your shed, I would cut your lawn, I would do your mulch garden bed, rocks, clean your windows, power washing. And I remember my 2.5 years or 3 years into the business, I had an entire truck and trailer load and a storage unit filled with all different types of tools for all these different types of services. And when the business finally started to, crack $100,000 and I could pay my bills, man, I gave stuff away. I threw stuff away. I got rid of so much crap. Because now I was like, well, I'm just going to do landscaping and do maintenance, right? I even quit cutting grass because I had so much demand for maintenance. Then we do landscaping and window cleaning, right? Then I got out of exterior window cleaning. So what I'm talking about is like in the pressure washing business, there's this common thing. If somebody calls for a quote to get their driveway cleaned, right, and their sidewalks, well, the pressure washing company will also fill out a form and give them a quote. Say, well, we can actually brighten and clean your gutters. We can the outside of the gutters. We can clean the gutters and power wash the gutters with this gutter brightening stuff. We can also clean all the exterior windows and soft wash the entire house, and give you the whole package for like $2,300. But if you do it all in one package, we'll do it all for $1,800. You get a discount, because we're only making, one trip to your house. So instead of just cleaning your driveway for, I don't know, $800 or $600, whatever it is, we could do everything for $1,800. You make it a no-brainer deal. Now, but it's all within the same line and scope of work. They're not saying you're like, oh, I'll paint your shed and then I'll cut your grass. You get what I'm saying here? So when you offer packages and you upsell things to the same customer, you're actually offering them more value, way more value, because they don't have to go and find other people to do it. And usually people who are busy and they make good money and they want to keep the exterior of their home beautiful, you can offer that. So get what I'm saying here? Sell more to your existing customers. You can get your average ticket price to triple. And you'd be like, oh my God, all this low-hanging fruit and opportunity was in front of me this entire time. Okay, here's the next most powerful thing that you can do to turn your business into a lean and mean money-making machine. Number 3, increase the frequency of purchase. Right? So if you only show up to a customer once every 2 years, or once and then you bounce, you don't collect their name, email address, obviously phone number, and you don't market to them, or you don't book a meeting from a meeting. There's a saying back in, like, I used to do multi-level marketing. I was in like this nutrition company, and I've been in people's living rooms with like a suit and a tie when I was like 18 years old. Like I learned a lot of stuff about sales, and I still sucked at sales. But there is a saying, always book a meeting from a meeting. So whenever you meet with somebody, when are we meeting next? Never ever leave somebody's property without booking them for a follow-up service, right? Now, I still make this mistake. I'm talking to myself right now. Say, hey, when's the next time we're going to come here, right? Do you want to book for June? How about next May? Let's come back next month. How about, do you have anybody, or we'll give you a discount if you refer. You're always thinking about, how can I drive more value and get, you get what I'm saying here? I don't have to talk about this forever. If you can get, the next level of this is getting people on a monthly or a yearly schedule. If you do lawn service, obviously you're going to be there every single week. How do you increase the frequency of purchase? So instead of it being once in a while, to where it's methodical and constant. You can also offer your customers maintenance packages where they pay like a monthly fee, and then you just show up there every single month for the whole year, and you can automatically debit it from their account. There's all these different things that you can do, right? And what else? So that's it. Number 1, increase the average ticket price by raising the prices, right? And there's a methodology by Joe Polish, who wrote a book called Piranha Marketing. It's kind of an older book, but it's still, the methods and principles in it are phenomenal. I don't know the exact math formula. You're gonna have to look it up, and I'm gonna look it up too, but you could raise all of your customers' prices, I think, by like 20%, depending on if you have like 100 customers. The math says you will only lose 10% of your clientele. So you want to raise them as much as possible, as comfortable as possible, without losing too many clients, right? So when you do this, you actually end up making the same amount of money for doing less work. You're mathematically running your business instead of emotionally running your business, right? Because you can go out and go work your tail off and make no money. Have you ever done that? So increase the average ticket price. Find out what your average ticket price is, because when you do that and you start to run a line through your business, like a moving average, and you start to track what's going on. If you have a CRM software, like I use Jobber, you can get a free trial of Jobber, at getjobber.com/Keith. I'll put a link in the description below. If you decide to sign up with my link, you'll save 20% off your first. It changes. There's different deals. Sometimes your first 3 months, sometimes your first 6 months, but you will save money. And I also have a course called Business Money Basics that I talk about some really powerful stuff. Go to keithkalfas.com, go over to the courses tab and check out Business Money Basics. I promise you that course is like really, really good. But I'm trying to keep this simple here. Number 2 is sell your customers packages, and number 3 is increase the frequency of purchase. Let me know in the comments below what you do to make your business a lean and mean, money-making, profitable machine. I'm in the truck right now, and I gotta get back to doing these invoices.